Thanks for joining us for another great episode of Broadway Profiles. I'm Tamsin Fidel. Rita Moreno is an icon, an Oscar winner, taking home the trophy for her role as Anita in 1961's West Side Story.
Best Supporting Actress, Rita Moreno.
I can't believe it!
Well, now she's back on the big screen in Steven Spielberg's remake of the classic film. But that's not all, not even close. She's the subject and star of a new documentary, just a girl who decided to go for it. And trust me when I say she pulls no punches and keeps no secrets about her unbelievable real-life stories.
Some people might view Rita Moreno as the embodiment of the American dream.
At the age of 16 years old, she was the sole breadwinner for her family.
Little Puerto Rican girl whom nobody thought much of at MGM with a contract.
I had a chance to watch the documentary last night. It was just incredible. It scooped you in and then kept you the whole time. And that says a lot, you know?
One of my favorite things was the two professors who spoke about the social situation and what was then and what is now, and what the obstacles are now and what they were then. I thought it was a brilliant idea because that really tells the story. Tells my story in a very important and serious way, a respectful way.
So I want to talk about some lines that I pulled out from the documentary because I just loved it. And one was like, fame is BS. It goes up, it goes down, and right now I'm up. And I feel like you've gotten to a place where you said, hey, when it's great, and when it's not, I'm still great.
But you know what has seen me through that for years and years, and it's psychotherapy. I have to give, it's the best thing I ever did for myself. And the interesting thing is that it was suggested to me that I needed help by another loony, Marlon Brando, with whom I had a relationship. I mean, don't you think it's kind of hilarious that this lunatic says to me, you need help? But he was right. There's something ironically hilarious about that to me, that this crazy man was telling me to go into therapy.
People are in our lives for a reason. Isn't that what they say?
Yes. He was in therapy too. I mean, he was in therapy his whole life.
You're so honest in this documentary about your relationship with him, about where it all came to a head in that one particular scene and where you finally were able to let go. How you did go to therapy, what you went through as being treated like a sex object. And when somebody says something to you, you just kind of giggled because you didn't know what else to do because you were uncomfortable. But the things you said are so important and they resonate to this day.
I thought of myself as a sex object. I thought that's the only area in which I had value. It's heartbreaking, but that's what I thought about myself. And it all comes from the bias and prejudice I ran into when I was very, very young. We forget that I'm talking 5, 6, 7. If you're told often enough that you don't have value, you as a child accept that because you're a child. You are tender and you are really in some ways very frail and you believe this stuff. So you grow up thinking it's not something from my mom. You grow up thinking I don't have value. So you try to make up for it in whatever way you can. For me, it was being sexy and wearing very tight skirts and helping my bosom out a lot, that kind of thing. That's where I thought I had value, which is heartbreaking.
It is. But it's beautiful that you know it now and that you're teaching it to other women. What was it like working with Lin-Manuel Miranda and Norman Lear on the documentary?
Oh, well, Lin-Manuel is, he and I actually kind of love each other in a very special way. I adore his Puerto Ricanness, and I think he loves mine. And Norman, of course, he's one of the loves of my life. I love that man. He's got the greatest sense of humor. He's just astonishing. And he's a dream come true because I always loved his work, never dreaming that I would in any way be connected to him, in any way. And here we are. We really, really care for each other in the most un-showbiz way.
West Side Story seems to be the big one. What are you going to do for an encore now?
That's hard to follow.
Yeah.
And then I just want to talk in general about so many things. There's West Side Story. There's.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
What are your thoughts about it?
Talk about a renaissance. Holy mackerel, it's astonishing. I so wish my mom were here. I missed her so much with all of this wonderful stuff that has happened. And I wish my husband were here. He would be so proud because he was always so hurt on my behalf that I was ignored for so many years.